The opinions expressed in the following program are those of the producer and not necessarily those of WKTV Community Media.
Hi, I'm Marilyn and you're watching G-Rap with Baby Hector. It's gonna be dope.
Let's go. Let's talking sports highlights, of course, real life. Let's see what's popping on the scene. We'll cover it right. The hottest local artists. We'll tell you how they started. Right here on G-Rap with Baby Hector as the pilot. Let's go.
Hi, and thank you for tuning in with G-Rap with Baby Hector. We have a great show today. We have a dancer straight from Grand Rapids. She's been dancing for 6 years. She goes by Marilyn. Thank you for coming to the show.
Absolutely. Thank you for inviting me.
It's my pleasure. I'm glad that you came. There's a lot of people that I try to get to make it like a 3 people thing, and you were the only person that you were down. You came in to come and talk and represent, and I love that.
I got you.
Prefer the term dancer over stripper. Why? How does that sound?
I prefer dancer over stripper because I do not strip. I work at a club that is 50%, so there's laws against stripping. I see myself as a pole dancer.
It happens in Grand Rapids. You cannot strip, take off your clothes and show parts of your bodies.
It's against city laws.
Thanks, Grand Rapids. Is there other terms that you've heard besides stripper and dancer? Or is that's where it's at?
Inappropriate ones. But mainly it's just exotic dancer.
So some people say dancing is empowering, and some people say that it's degrading. Where are you at? What do you say about that?
For me personally, it's empowering. It's led me to learn to love my body and become more social, more in my own skin, giving myself tougher skin, actually. You definitely have to have some tough skin to deal with it.
What are some misconceptions people have about dancing?
That it's more like prostitution, that it's like, going home with customers or doing some inappropriate things. They don't see it as a job. They see it as being labeled like a whore or a slut.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
So how'd you get into dancing? Is there like an audition thing, the application fee? Like how does that go?
There was, we had Wednesday nights as an open dancer night where you could just audition for the night, work the floor, just see how you liked it. I auditioned twice before I started regularly coming in. It was off of a whim. My friend's friend used to work there and invited us out for the night, and I was like, hey, give me a pair of heels and I'll audition just out of shits and gigs, and I ended up staying.
That's what's up. So walk me through what's an audition like? Is there a lot of people? Is there a couple people?
It used to be. It really depends on like how many people are in the club that night. Sometimes there would be like 5 girls auditioning and there would be hella customers, and then there's sometimes where there would be only one auditioner. But you talk to the DJ, you pick out your music. When you're auditioning, they make you do 3 songs, and then they throw you up and you have to just figure it out.
So when you work, what kind of customers do you hate? Like, what do you not like to see when you go in there?
Do you take food stamps? I guess Jordans.
No, but I should.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
my groceries,
do they barter? Yeah, do they barter with you? They be like, hey, yo, I give you the password to my Netflix. Like, can you give me a lap dance?
I have been bribed before.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest one? What did he try to hit you with?
I think it was like Canadian dollars. It was like money from all over different countries that I couldn't like switch over here, and I'm like, honey, I don't know
What am I going to do with this?
that.
The vending machine won't take this. Like, I can't do nothing.
Even my work won't let me tip out with that. What am I gonna do? Mostly just like making exceptions, like, hey, like I'll stay for like this amount of dances, but like give me a discount, especially if they know me, like, or have known me there for a long time, or if it's people from outside in my actual life who know me and they're like, oh, well, you're gonna throw me like a discount, right? They don't see it as a job. They see it as like I'm pleasing them.
No matter where you work at, there's always one of your boys talking about, can you hook me up? Can you hook me up? So what kind of customers do you like? Like, what's proper etiquette?
Proper etiquette is not being a douchebag, not commenting on women's bodies unless it's literally like uplifting. You can say somebody looks good and that's really nice, or complimenting personalities. I like when people just talk to me at the bar, engage in really good conversations, rather than it being like, I'm here because my wife hates me, so you're my therapist now. Or men who get too touchy.
Yeah.
I like when people actually understand that this is a job and that I can get in trouble for what you guys put me through. So it feels nice when you find like people who understand that and respect your boundaries.
Is there ever sex in the champagne room?
We don't have a champagne room, but I've worked at other clubs and I have seen some things go on.
Chris Rock, you a damn liar. You a damn liar. There is sex in the champagne room. People fucking in the champagne room. It is going down. Wepa. That's what's up.
I've gotten fired for not wanting to be included in any of that stuff before.
Wow. From what place? Name the place. What's the place? No, I'm just joking.
I was about to be like,
You want to?
deja vu.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. You on blast, deja vu? You can't be, that's prostitution. You can't be having people fucking now. So when you're doing these dances and someone smells like shit, how do you keep a straight face? Like, what do you do? Because that must happen.
It really does all the time.
Those songs got to be long as hell.
Bad. Yes. I feel like it's always when you have the smelliest customer, they play like a 6-minute long song and you just have to stay. Usually a trick that a lot of the girls do is we put essential oil like under our nose so we can just smell that.
Damn.
And then I just spray myself with a lot of perfume, something really strong so it kind of overbears it, but frankly, you just gotta hold your breath.
Is that often? Does that happen?
Yeah, it's often, but you do have the right to like decline a dance. You don't have to dance for that person if it's something you can't stand. A lot of girls usually do, but when it gets to a point where you're stinking up the entire building, there are girls that will decline.
Take a bath. Take a bath before you go to the club. 'Cause that's nasty. Wash your ass. So what goes down? Does it get awkward when like you're getting a dance, or someone is just there and their girlfriend or their wife is by there with them? How does that go about?
Well, there's two types of couples. The couples that are into it, like where there's a woman that comes in with her man and she pays for the dance. She likes to sit there. She likes to watch. Some people have that fetish where they enjoy watching another woman love on their man, and then they go home and have a great time.
Damn.
But there are the certain ones where we've had people who didn't invite their girls but have shown up to the club and ripped dancers off of their man. And if you do that, it's not our fault. It's your man's.
So they get mad at you, or they get mad just at the man alone? Like, let's go. We got to bounce.
No, it's usually directed towards dancers. It usually leads into altercations, but at the same time, like, how are we supposed to know if your man's here? Like,
Yeah.
obviously, a lot of us have our own partners and our own relationships that I guarantee we're not interested in your man. I'm not interested in your man. I'm interested in money.
That you and your man can't give her. Is it better to be an early bird for the customers or come in later when there's more traffic and things are popping?
It really just depends. There are like some pretty consistent daytime shift people and they have their set customers. For me personally, I'm a night owl. I enjoy getting there later when it's a little more poppin'. Day shift is more so for people who regularly go in, so it's usually about like 4 girls and they're sat there with their 4 customers. It's usually daytime drinkers. The nighttime is where the dancing's at.
How do you choose your customers? When you go in and you come out and you see the crowd, how do you choose your customers?
Usually I walk around and I do a lap and I see who's looking at me or who seems interested in my music, or if we have like a similar type of style, if I like their clothes, like if they're wearing a band t-shirt, or sometimes if you see a stack of money sitting out in front of them. But most of the time I wait for somebody to look at me and show that they're interested, because rejection is never fun for anybody, you know?
Yeah. Okay. What are some weird shit people have said?
You smell like my daughter.
There's a lot of weird things people have said and people have done. A lot of the times it's, I can take you away from this place.
You hear that a lot?
Yeah, I hear that a lot. Or there's like certain people who have asked me to do weird things for them. I've been asked to give somebody a swirly before.
What's a swirly? You mean like dip their head in the toilet? They want you to, but you guys are in the club. Like, okay, after this dance, can we go in the bathroom and you stick my head in the toilet? Wepa.
There and outside of work, but it's, I've been asked some weird things, but I think that's by far the weirdest I've ever heard.
Can you give me a swirly? Right. What is the pickup line you hear the most? What's like real repetitive? Like, what do you like? Oh yeah, you and everybody else.
Probably just that I can take you out of this place, or like, you got a man, like if you were with me, you'd never have to work here again.
Yeah.
I'd take care of you.
They all turn into Aladdin. I can show you the world.
Literally.
Tell me about aggressive customers. How often does that happen?
It happens a lot, especially when you work in a setting of a bar. Since we are a 50-50 club, we are allowed to have like our bar, so there are a lot of drunk customers that come in, and with there being a lot of males in there at the same time, some people get jealous over a girl giving somebody attention or fight at the pool tables. It's a lot of times it's miscommunication and it's really nothing, but I have seen people like get choked out and dragged out of the club by security.
Dang.
They handle their shit.
That's what's up.
There's been people who've like ripped pictures off the walls, broke glass. There's been customers who have like physically harmed dancers before. It all does get taken care of, but it's something that you have to be on the lookout of. Luckily, we have a great security team at my work, so.
And you can easily press charges. That's assault. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
What about stalkers? You ever mind-bodied somebody? Were they stalking you?
Oh, yeah.
More than one? Damn, girl. How many bodies you got? How many mind bodies you done?
Quite a few. I think club-based, at least like 3.
Damn.
But there's one that sticks out in mind where it got to the point where like he would go, somehow he found my address and he would go Facebook Live and post on my Facebook, I know where you've been at. Or he was calling, like, he blasted my address online. He would call my work 30 times to see if I was there, to the point where they were like, hey, I don't know who this is, but like they can't be calling like that. And I'm like,
wow.
I don't know who the fuck that is either.
Yeah, right.
You know, so it is a scary business to get into. It definitely takes having a lot of privacy and being aware of your surroundings.
Because people, they don't know how to mix fantasy and reality.
Yeah. Some people start to believe that like you guys are gonna actually be together. I'm not so much a flirty dancer. I like to have fun. I will like kind of like, flirt a little bit, but I'm not gonna convince you that I'm gonna start a life with you. I let everybody know this is my job.
Yeah.
And I respect that you care for me, but I don't want to get anybody's hopes up or give the wrong idea.
Do you think others give up hopes? Other dancers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they'd be like, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll go with you.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely been a few, like, over the years that I've worked there that have led on some people, and it does get sad to see. I see in a sense where they make their money, but I also kind of feel bad because I feel like some of the customers are actually people struggling with mental health and come for that love and that just sense
attention,
of, sense of being heard or being around people. So it gets mixed up with I care to listen to you, and this is my job, and this is a relationship, and I'm going to be with you.
Right. Yeah. What happens when they go for a dance? They get the dance. You're like, okay, here, pay up. And they're like, oh, shit, I ain't got it. Uh-oh. And we go to the ATM. Nope, not there either. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. It happens a lot.
What?
It does. Usually we have to communicate with security, but there are people who go through, like, if their card's not working or it's getting banned at the ATM. Some people go through like Venmo, Cash App, any of those sorts of apps. But usually we talk to security and they'll either ban you if you can't pay up, or they hold your card and your ID. Because if you're paying with a card at the bar, they can hold that if you're not paying. But I usually make people pay before their dances. I ask exactly how many do you want. If we want to keep going, you have to money first. Otherwise, I've been scammed before. I've had people run out on expensive dances where I've done like 30 in a row and people have just not had it. Yeah.
No.
It's a big loss of money.
No.
It's a lot of time and a lot of energy, and then it affects your mental, like, while you're working, and it makes you just not want to be in that vibe. You're like, fuck this.
Yeah. So what's the range in Grand Rapids for like a dance? What how much are those?
It's changed over the years, but at the club I work at, it's 25 and up for a dance.
Okay.
Girls set their own prices, but with our work, we are required to charge 25.
Dang. So I have that $25.
When I started, it used to be 10.
What?
Yeah.
Dang. And how long have you been at that place?
6 years.
At that same place, 6 years? Yeah. Dang. And it went from 10 to 25. Inflation, that even goes on ass. The inflation goes on everything.
Absolutely.
Damn. Feel about the difference between like a big scene and a smaller scene when it comes to the clubs?
I've only been to a few bigger ones. I'm not so much a fan. I feel like there's a lot more girls, but it could be good for money-wise. Usually there's bigger spenders or just a lot more customers.
Is it intimidating in any way?
Yeah, because there's girls that obviously, like, all women are beautiful, but when I feel like when you're in a bigger scene, there's more, like they're model types, gorgeous, like.
Yeah.
It's hard to not compare yourself to other girls sometimes, especially if you've come from like an insecure background. But like the main thing is don't be intimidated. Everybody's there for their same thing, and everybody has their own type. You don't know if you're going to be somebody's favorite.
Right.
But I prefer smaller clubs. It's just more intimate. I feel safer.
Okay. In the Grand Rapids clubs, what is like the range? What can a girl like really make on the weekends? And about the average. Maybe not the top girl, not the bottom, but the average girl.
I mean, it really depends. So
Sure.
I can't it really depends on
must be hard.
what's going on that weekend, if there's concerts, if there's events, if there's a holiday, how many people come in, because it's solely based off of customer wise. We're not paid like a wage. So it can vary. There's been times where you can make thousands of dollars, and there's times where you can only make like 100 throughout the weekend. There's been some times where I've worked Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and have made not shit, but I've worked a Monday and made up for my entire weekend.
Dang.
So it really just depends on like the vibes of the customers.
Because it'd be going up on a
Oh
Tuesday.
yeah. It does.
People want to ask 7 days a week. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
Okay. Do you ever get stage fright?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. How do you handle that? What do you do when you get stage fright?
Usually I just take a shot before I go on stage.
Liquid
but
courage.
Yeah, but I always make sure I'm wearing something I feel comfortable in, and just kind of like give myself a little pep talk, like, you got this, bitch.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you learn how to work the pole? Did like Honey have a class at her house, or you know what I mean? Or how do you guys? Is there training?
There can be places that train you, like there are pole fitness gyms, and there's like flirt, or there's a few like actual like pole dancing businesses that like will teach you and have classes. I learned solely on my own. I just got up there and had no idea what I was doing, but I just learned based off of watching like the girls I worked with and then testing it out at work. But I do have a pole at my house now, so I get to practice.
Okay.
But for the first probably 5 years, I just had to wing it.
Is that what they tell you to do? Like get a pole, try it at home.
Yeah, it
Killer.
does make it a lot easier when you have access to a pole, so you can practice.
Does the poles in there spin itself, or
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
also spins.
A lot of poles, there are poles that do both, where you can have it static or you can have it still.
Okay.
There's like a little lock at the bottom, so you can take it out. Some girls take it out when at my job too, and if it's whatever you're comfortable with. I prefer spinning ones. It makes it's fun when you can spin fast. Woo.
It's tight. I see how you guys give like the figure 4 leg lock to the pole and just start spinning it around upside down.
Yeah.
How do you guys get along backstage? Wepa. Be real.
I mean, obviously you're working in a very like money hungry area with a lot of women, so there is drama, there is cattiness. I think the biggest thing is to mind your business, and if you don't fuck with somebody, just leave it be, because it's not worth like risking your job. Or girls can be cutthroat. There's lots of stories of like back before I worked there. Certain girls would do like certain things to people they were beefing with, and it's crazy to see.
Damn.
Luckily, I haven't had many problems. I won't get into any of them, but it is a very catty environment. But a lot of the times, a lot of the girls are all cool. We're all there for the same reason.
Yeah.
There's just always going to be somebody who picks and pokes and makes things a little uncomfortable.
Do you ever get duke outs back there?
You said what?
Duke outs, like fights? Anyone duke it out?
There has been quite a few. I've only seen probably like one or two.
Damn.
It's more so verbal fights. But usually it's all like the girls there don't let you, like, your friends are going to back you up and be like, hey, it's not worth it. Like, fuck that bitch, you know?
Yeah.
It's not worth losing your job, especially if you're there for a purpose. Some people have kids, some people are going to school. Like, if that's your way of making your most reliable income, don't fuck it up over some worthless bitch.
Is there like a locker room leader? Like, is there, you know what I'm saying? Is there usually?
No, it's just an open locker room where we all just vibe out in. There's like lots of lockers, lots of like counter space and mirrors, so we can do our makeup and like get dressed, do what we need to do.
How do you pick your music?
I just pick whatever I'm comfortable with, but I like to try to fit off the vibe of the crowd. So if I can see people are engaging to more like rock music, I'll play that. Or if they're more into hip hop, I'll do that. It's basically whatever you're comfortable with. Because if you're dancing to something that you're not comfortable with, you're not going to look like you're having the time of your life on stage.
Yeah.
It's going to look awkward. It's going to look stiff. So the best thing is to just feel your vibe. And if somebody doesn't like it, but it makes you look the sexiest and like at your full potential, like
Yeah.
do it.
So you feed off your music.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
tight, because that you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of wrestling. Like you walk to the ring, you have your own theme music, the
Yeah.
pyro's going, the crowd going after you, and cheering for you. I dig it. You know what I'm saying? If you're not gonna dance, go into wrestling. If you're not gonna wrestle, dance. So now there's pole dancing classes for like exercise kind of thing. But those are the same people who like turn their nose up on exotic dancing. What do you think about that? What's your take?
I think it's stupid. I mean, I understand everybody's entitled to their own opinions, and if they see it as it's sexualized in that aspect, that's a them problem. I think pole is like very good for fitness. It's really relieving for your body, for stress. It gets you strong. Like it takes a lot of upper body strength and a lot of work on your body. So if somebody has a problem with it turning into a career, it's just, like, why are you doing the same thing? Just because somebody can make money off of it doesn't mean it gives you a right to judge.
Don't be a fucking hypocrite. Has anybody changed their demeanor when you tell them that you dance? Like someone you dated or a friend or something?
My family wasn't very for it, or some of my family. A lot of my family was supportive because they know who I am as a person. With relationships, like boyfriends or girlfriends or friends in general, usually they accept me for who I am. I've never had it be a problem in a relationship where I was dating somebody. Usually it's just like they know I view it as just a job, and they kind of brag about it. They're like, hey, my girlfriend's a dancer.
Right. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
They're like, come do some privates for me.
So they know that they're going to get hooked up. Yeah, that's what's up.
I've been grateful enough to not deal with like jealousy in that aspect. So that's been pretty good.
Yeah, you have a good demeanor. Like you got your shit, like, and no one can really judge you. You have your own life.
Yeah, and well, if somebody's like met you and they were interested in you knowing what you did, like you can't just switch up unless there was something like that has happened where it did create like some trust issues. I don't think it's right to try to change somebody when you were so interested in the same thing before, and all of a sudden it's just like an insecurity.
Right, especially when it's successful for you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, look at me now.
Yeah, right.
Girl boss. So what about outside of dancing? What are some of your hobbies? What do you like to do?
I like art a lot. I spray paint. I'm working on tattooing.
That's what's
pretty
up.
new.
Yeah, you draw?
Makeup, yeah. And makeup is also really good for art. Special effects is one of my favorite things, horror makeup.
You do that with horror makeup?
Yeah, I'm a part-time scare actor as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you get to like go to certain places and put on the 3D makeup?
Yeah, I've gotten to work like shows for Mushroom Head, Michigan Metal Fest, lots of other fun things.
Nice.
Photography. It gives you a lot of cool opportunities.
Bad.
We love some spooky bitches.
What advice you got for the next dancer that wants to start out?
Definitely make sure you have some thick skin. People can be very cutthroat. Customers can be rude. There are going to be nights that you won't make money, but that doesn't mean that you're anything less than somebody else who's making more than you. Sometimes it's going to be your night and sometimes it won't. It just takes a really good mentality to not judge yourself or feel less than yourself watching other people be successful on nights that you might not be. So thick skin is definitely what I would recommend. And don't lose yourself into like the stereotypes where people think because you're a stripper you partake in other negative things, or just be yourself and don't change for somebody else. Make your money, babe.
All right, y'all, this is a part of the show where we play a game. There was no way I was going to do a show about a dancer without having some physical action right now. I love my show. I talked to my wife, and she is totally agree with it. I'm totally in the clear. I am fine. Today's game, for my love for wrestling, we're going to wrestle.
Ooh.
Hey, this is Grand Rapids. We love girls in wrestling.
It's going to be intense, it's going to be physical, and it's going to be in this room right now.
Then why am I in the booth?
Chill out. It's G-Rap with Baby Hector. See, chill out. This is me. It's only me. That's all we're going to do. All right. So once the bell rings, it's you and I. And we don't stop until someone gets pinned. You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare thumb war. Oh, okay. You're good. It's the nails. She won and she got it. Dang, that was a quick one.
That pole grip beasted you, bro.
Dang, dude. And that's the show. She got me. I'll let it go. That's how we're starting it, but that's what's up.
Hell yeah.
How do we find you?
I'm on Instagram. You can look up marilynrose.xo. I'll shoot you a follow back.
That's what's up. She ain't gonna be stuck up. She'll come back. She'll follow you back. Thank you for watching the show, y'all. Good night.
The opinions expressed in the preceding program are those of the producer and not necessarily those of WKTV Community Media.